Hey guys, it's Brandy. I'm here to do a little tutorial on how I color my stamps, and then I'm also going to do one on ink blending, and also I might even get crazy and do the resisting. So, as well as the embossing and all that stuff, and using die cuts. So this might be a couple videos because for some reason I can't go over 10 minutes. No, it's like 15 I think on YouTube. So bear with me, and this is my first tutorial video and actually showing you how I do this. So I'm learning. So any tips or anything you guys can give me, go ahead and leave a comment. And if you guys haven't subscribed to my channel, please do. So here I go. And I also have the flash on my phone while I'm recording to give you guys a little bit more lighting. So what I'm going to use today is the Lawn Fawn stamp set Gleeful Gardens, and then I have the matching dies, and I'm going to use my Memento Tuxedo Black ink. People said that this is really good with the Copic markers that I'm going to be using to color my stamps, so that's what I'm using to color them. And then I'm just using acrylic block to stamp them. And then some people use a mouse pad, but I got this with my Close to My Heart stamps. And it's just a foam pad, and I put that behind the piece of paper when I stamp, so it creates a cushion so I get a better image. So here we go. I picked out some colors that I thought might work for this stamp set, so we'll see. Usually I just kind of go as I stamp and hope for the best. So I'm going to use a mushroom, and I'm going to do a flower. So we'll do the mushroom first. And you can stamp this whatever color you want. I'm just using black because that's what I typically do. So maybe one day I'll get crazy and get all colorful because I do have multiple colors of inks, but so I'm just stamping randomly on this page because I'll be die cutting it out anyways. And then I use baby wipes to clean off my stamps. It's very inexpensive, and since I got my daughter, they're pretty handy around the house here lately, so I just use those. And then I have a sunflower. Hopefully I'm still on the camera. Here, I got it up on the tripod, so sorry if I get off the camera at all. And then I ink that. And sometimes, which I should have done for that one, I will do multiple images of this, multiple stamps of the same image, just in case I mess up or I want multiple flowers with different colors. So I went ahead and just stamped 2 of them. That way I can just do different colors if I wanted. So I'll set that off the side. Alright, so what I typically do with my Copic markers, and some people use Spectrum Noirs or Spectrum markers, is I start with the lighter color first. So we'll do the flower first. And I'm going to use a pale purple to start out with for the petals, and that's the number there. And a tip I learned is I uncap both ends. You got a brush end and a chisel end. I think that's what they're called. But I uncap both ends because sometimes there's pressure that builds up in here, and if I always use this end. I never use the other end. But if I keep this end on, for some reason, every once in a while when I'm coloring, it'll end up with like a big old ink mark, and I'm not sure why. So I just uncap both ends when I'm coloring. And then I just color in the petal just like a regular coloring book. And for these, you don't have to stay in the lines because you're going to be die cutting these anyways and cutting them out. So if you get out of the lines, it's alright. It's no big deal. And the reason why I use Copics is because they're really good with blending, and I'll show you. So I got those, and then I also have a cotton candy color and wisteria. So we'll go with wisteria next. Try that. See how that works. And as you can see, it's a little bit darker than the first color I started out with. Oh, and you don't need this underneath there anymore. I just used it for the stamping. That way the image, because sometimes if your image is pretty big and you stamp it, you may not get the completed, the whole stamp. So that's why I like to use the sponge thing. But yeah, and then I just kind of create a little bit of, try to make it look like it's a little dimensional. As you can see how it gets lighter and darker. And then go a little darker at the ends. Just like so. And then if I wanted to, I can come in here with the lightest color and then kind of blend that out a little more. And this is the first time I've colored these, so. And then the petals underneath can be a little darker since they're underneath the flower, so typically if the sun is shining down on them, they might be darker. But it's however you choose the color. I mean, let your imagination flow, just go with it. No way is the wrong way. So, and then the middle I chose, we'll do the light, well no, let's do, I'm choosing this for like the main color. It's a raspberry color, so we'll try that. And these are very expensive markers, Copics. I get the sketch kind, that's the kind I like so far. They are expensive. I buy them at Michael's, Joann's, and Hobby Lobby. Like, I buy them one at a time, and they're like usually like $7 or $8 each. But I always use a coupon, always. I never want to pay full price for this marker because it's way too expensive. But I really like them, so, and they're refillable, and you can always replace the tips if you need to replace them if they get worn out or anything. So I'm gonna go with this purple. We'll start with this purple in the middle, the darker color purple. And just color that in. See if I'm on the camera. Yep. And then kind of go in there like that. I don't know if I'm coloring this right, to tell you the truth, because I know how some people, like, you gotta color like if the sun is shining this way, then you should have light hitting this and all that. So I don't know, I'm just kind of coloring. I really don't have any technique right now to do this, so kind of just learning and just letting it go. So I might actually want this a little solid. Not really. There. And then that'll be cut around eventually. And these do bleed through, by the way. So that's why I have this mat underneath here. And then for green, I have a really bright green, which I'm going to try. It's a Celadon green. I think that's how it's called. And typically they'll end with the dark end. If you look, if there's a dark band right here, that's the end I normally use. I believe this is the brush end. So I just color the stem here. Then I might use this. This might darken it a little bit. It's called Willow. Like so. And then I have a very dark color called Vernese Green or something like that. And then I'll do that underneath here. And a little on the tips here. Then I'll take the lighter color again. Brush it out. And sometimes this helps, sometimes it just kind of flows all together too. So there's my first flower. So around here, how it kind of went out of the line, that won't matter because once I use the die to cut it out, here, I'll try to show you. I actually haven't even torn apart the dies yet, so. I'll try to. I don't think I have any wire cutters over here. Hold on, I'm gonna go get some wire cutters. Here we go. You just kind of separate the dies that come with it. So once I put this through the machine, it won't matter because it's just going to cut that out anyways. So that's what it'll look like when it gets cut out. So, and then I'll show that in the next video probably because this is already at 12 minutes. So that's how I do that one. And then for the mushroom, which I didn't get a brown, I'll use this one. So I'm gonna start out with a light rouge. And if you guys use other markers or anything, let me know and let me tell me what you think of them. I know there is a marker out there similar to this at like Dick Blick, I think is the store, and they're cheaper. So I'm always looking for cheaper options just because, you know, I'm a crafter and I'm on a budget. So, and we want to get the best deal possible so we can buy more supplies with the money that we saved. So I started out with that one, and then I got a lipstick red, which this end you can already see needs replaced a little. I probably should have made just like this area a little darker, but oh well. And then I just kind of use the lighter color and blend it out. Like so. Then I'll use, this barley beige for the stem. And then I'll use brick beige to make it a little darker. Let's close the lid on it. There we go. Then I'll use the lighter color again and blend it out, just like so. And that is how I color. So there's really no technique. I just kind of grab the markers and go. And some people, like, there's like certain families, like these are R's, and I think that means they're in the same family. These are E's, same family. But see how like one is like green and one's like a yellow green. I think that's what that stands for. So like a yellow green, green is what that stands for. If you guys didn't see, like the R's are in the same color. Same with the E's. So I think that's what that means. They're in like family groups. And I don't know what the rule is on blending these, but they seem to work very well. So that's my images. So I will continue on another video using the dyes, and actually I might be able to fast forward this little, well, no, I'll just go ahead and do another video with the dyes. So stay tuned for a video showing how I use the dyes, and then hopefully I'll be able to do the ink blending too, but as long as this took, I'm not sure. So we will try. Okay, talk to you guys later.